So you want to code in OpenGL, but you have no idea where to start. Let's fix that. Okay, so first you're going to need vcpkg. Pick a secure location on your drive, not videos or desktop, somewhere that will never be deleted. So for here I have it set on my developer drive. Open up your command prompt, paste this command. So what this does is it clones the GitHub thing, goes inside of it, builds it for your computer, integrates it in Visual Studio, and installs all the necessary libraries. Now we're going to open up Visual Studio, then create a console app. So yeah, let's just do OpenGL tutorial, make it, and we will need include GLEW GLFW and GLFW3. If it has errors and it prints hello world, you are good to go. If not, then you are frankly cooked. And now, here's the important part. We are going to have to initialize GLFW init. This just starts the Windows system. Without it, nothing works. Here's the important part now. GLFW window int. GLFW context version major. Set this to 3, or like what version of OpenGL you are on. I use 3.3 for stability. Then same premise here. Then change this to minor. This just tells, as I've said, GLFW what version you're on. It's completely incapable of figuring that out. And if you don't do this, it might crash. And we don't want that. Let's create the window. Window equals, guess the function name. GLFW, create the window. What do you want in pixels? 300 by 300. So that means I want my window to be 300 by 300. Then what do you want to call the window? Now these last two things don't really matter too much. They'll just specify them as null. And what this essentially did was it makes the window, the OpenGL context is basically where it lives. If you don't have any context, it won't render. But if you screwed something up, we have to make sure that the window is fine. So if window, so if the window is null, we will simply remove GLFW so you don't have any memory leaks or dangling pointers, I don't know what it's called. Throw a error, window bad, and return -1 or whatever error code you want to call it. Now, provided that the window works and you did everything correctly, we will just do a GLFW make context current. If you have multiple windows, this tells OpenGL which one they should work on. We don't, but still. Now we need glue. Glue init. Here's what glue does. They're not all magically available, so glue just grabs the function pointers for us. Without this, OpenGL calls just don't exist. So now let's set a color that our background will be. GL clear color, and this is in RGB values that are normalized. So between 0 and 1, so I'll just set it as black. But the alpha is how much transparency you want. So now we need the loop. While GLFW window should close. So this is kind of self-explanatory. I'll need to be explaining all this. Then we'll just clear the screen. Then GL color buffer thick. So this will clear according to our buffer of our color, which is this. If we don't clear the screen, all of our drawings stack up on top of each other and it kind of looks weird. And now what we have to do is swap the buffers. So the way that double buffering works is while one screen is currently displaying your game or whatever you're making, another frame in the background is actively being constructed. So then all you have to do is just swap them so that your background screen will construct your image, push it to the front, and keep running it. So GL swap buffers. Then window And now we need to read some input so that we don't hang or do anything. So GLFW, pull events, and run your game, or run your app. And yeah, now we have a window. Now let's make a triangle to make sure that everything works. Right after you're clear, we will simply GL begin. Now, I have to give you fair warning. It is deprecated. It's not modern or anything. We're just doing this to prove that the setup works. So, we are beginning to draw triangles, and every beginning needs an edge. Let's give it a color. GL color 3 float. So 1 for red. We always draw our color before our vertex so that we have our attributes set up before we draw. Think of it as giving a baby DNA after it came out of the womb. So GL vertex 2F so that we put it in 2D space. It is 0.5F. Yes, this is normalized too. I have no idea why. So, now if we play, we shouldn't see anything. It's just a single point. Yeah, so we can just copy and paste this. I will set this up as green. We will put this over at 0, then 0.5F. But still, we don't have enough data to show anything because a triangle has 3 points. We add one more point, this time it being blue. And now finally, GL vertex F 0.5F and negative 0.55F. And now if we just draw this, congratulations, now you have a basic triangle.